Listen, I'm gonna do a full live on this. This is just a little teaser. First of all, I am very happy. I came on YouTube in what 2018, and this is the best news I have heard. I had heard of YouTube before that, but I can honestly say the news that I heard today is the best news I've heard since I've ever even heard of YouTube. And I'm not here to have anybody like me. I never wanted any part of Google's business model. I saw right through it. I saw right through it. Now, other people, and there was no threshold at that time. Anybody could get it. I refused it. I rejected it. You know why? Because I was working on a job. I'm not going to get online and jump through any kind of hoops and make myself somebody that I'm not and say and do anything up under the sun for somebody to like me, love me, watch me, hear me. That is not no kind of, I ain't nobody's puppet. And look where y'all are now. I saw through this from the beginning. But everybody ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. I saw through it from the beginning. I'm in my right mind. And I'm still in my right mind. I was in my right mind then. I'm in my right mind now. And I'm going to read to you what it says. Meta and YouTube must pay millions. And we're only talking about one case. I already knew that she was already a millionaire when Tic-Tac-Toe and Snapchat settled. Well, according to this, and courtesy of the Associated Press, okay, Meta and YouTube, hold on, y'all, the screen went black. Meta and YouTube must pay millions in damages to that means a single person. There are over 1,600 pending cases, okay, to a 20-year-old woman after a jury decided the social media giant and video streamer designed their platforms to hook young users without concern for their well-being. I've already talked about this. I have some of the internal legal documents to this. I only went over one part of it. I only went over the part where I singled out YouTube. I only went over the part of their business model. I only went over the business model. I have the entire legal document. I only have one of those documents, though. Okay? But I already knew that people were damaged. I already knew that. It didn't take me long to figure it out. But according to this, and I'm only going to read this other paragraph here. I'm going to do a live dedicated to this. Okay? This is only a teaser. The California, and thank God for California. I've been to California. What that May song is? California. And then the Tupac song, California Love. Yeah, I've been to California. Sure have. It's a beautiful place there. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to say if I've lived there or anything like that because we have people that have been damaged by these applications. And of course, they've been following me around because they envy me so much. They record every single word that comes out of my mouth for years. Okay? Got a whole archive on me. A community of straight up psychopaths thinking I don't know that you out your mind. And mess around with me, you in worse shape now than you was before you even heard of me. I ain't now one of these folks. Don't think you know me. Do not try to peg me. They let anything up on these apps. You can crawl out of a ditch and they'll let you up on this app. And them is the ones what is popular. Ooh, we just love you. We love you so much. Love them. I guarantee you, you messed up like they is. I bet money on it. According to this, the California jury's decision Wednesday. And today's Wednesday, y'all. I don't even keep up with the days. Sometimes it's Friday, and I'll be thinking it's Saturday. Sometimes it's Tuesday. I'll be thinking it's the other week. It was Friday. I was like, you mean to tell me it's Friday already? Yeah, it was Friday. Well, Wednesday, in a first of its kind lawsuit, and let me break that down. This decision is going to set the precedent for all of the rest of the future cases. Okay? for all of the rest of the future cases. And it says it could influence. Now, mighty funny, before the decision, they were saying that it will influence. Now they're saying it could influence. It's just a play on the words, y'all. Okay? A lot of these folks have stock in these companies. Okay? Think somebody from the Associated Press doesn't have stock in this social media, matrix? It reminds me of the .com era. Okay? Thousands of similar lawsuits accusing social media companies of deliberately causing harm. And let me just end it there by saying that's why Tic-Tac-Toe and Snapchat settled, because they already knew what they were doing. So by settling, they paid less. But the girl was rich before this even went to trial. The minute they settled, and believe me, they didn't settle until maybe a couple of hours before the trial was set to begin. That was a tactic. Okay? And you think they aren't tuning in for this? Of course they are. So, the girl is a millionaire on top of another millionaire. Okay? She is not $4+ million in the hole. She ain't in the red for over $4 million. Okay? Because there are people out there that want you to take money out of your pocket to help somebody like that, which is on YouTube, sitting around telling lies and gossiping and trying to get in folks' bedrooms and all this other different stuff, And these creeps, they stick together. Okay? They stick together. But I've always felt like the app allowed this to go on. So of course they're culpable. Of course they're responsible. And they should pay billions of dollars. Not millions, but billions. Billions. And there's other information in that document that I have that I did read over. I haven't read over all of it. But believe me, they are going to pay billions of dollars. Okay? So I am happy. I am on cloud 9. And you're not going to hear nobody else talking about it. You know why? Because they're all benefiting. They all want something. They all want a penny, nickel, or a dime somewhere. Okay? I didn't know the world was in that bad of a shape. It's worse now because of these companies and the deceitful, malicious, fraudulent things that they do. Of course, they were able to fool billions of you. They were not able to fool me. Okay? Like I said, ain't like now. One of y'all don't think you know me. And do not try to peg me. I'm unpeggable. Like I said, they lay anything up on these apps. You can come up on here straight from a shelter. Okay? Straight from, I don't know, up under a bridge somewhere. They lay anything up on here. And they're doing anything. And the app needs to take accountability for what they allow this garbage that they let up on these apps to do. So I'm vindicated. Let them pay out billions of dollars. And I do mean billions. So yeah, I am very excited about it. And kudos to Mark Lanier, by the way, who's a pastor. Okay, that's alive. Okay, he wasn't one that was targeted. And for the record, y'all, Google Bubba Copeland. Google Bubba Copeland, Copeland, and find out what happened to him. YouTube played a part in that. Matter of fact, one of the bloggers on YouTube played a part in that. Matter of fact, that same blogger on YouTube wanted me to do, him and his, I guess, hundreds of thousands of followers. I believe, and can't nobody tell me nothing no different. I believe that that's what their ultimate goal was to make me do what Bubba Copeland did. Now he shed tears over Bubba Copeland. Bubba Copeland, white. There's somebody that look white. So white, off-white, eggshell white, right? All that. Yeah. Tears were shed. I guarantee you it wouldn't have been a tear shed for me. But I'm happy because all my fingers work, my arms work, I'm in my right mind. I ain't up on no app, you know. I ain't waking up every day looking for some kind of catastrophe, some kind of a tragic death that's happening to whoever else it is in the world so I can pimp it for a coin. You know, it's a blessing to not have to live that kind of life. And imagine the kind of mind that would even do that. Demonic. Kind of life. And imagine the kind of mind that would even do that. Demonic. In fact, I guess they have a legion of demons right behind them. And you know what? Karma will address every single solitary one of them. If it don't get them one way, it'll get them another way. And shout out to Karma and the universe and Mark Lanier, the pastor.